Hey yo, what's good, YouTube land? What's good? First off, I want to apologize that I have not been dropping any videos lately. So, pretty sure y'all can understand why. Real life, and pretty much didn't mention one of my videos, situations I need to take care of. So anyway, I'm back to my hobby. And if you notice, you see on the cut right there in the video, right? And that was accidentally, so I might as well just talk about it. I got something special to show y'all. So, I want to introduce y'all to my new baby, my new friend, family, compadre, man-machine bonding, Of course, this is all a hobby because, I'm actually religious. And no, I'm not going to put my religious on. This is all about bikes. But I'm just saying this is all about what I do, and I just do this as a hobby. We all know I'm not a pro. I consider myself a self-proclaimed commuter pro because I pretty much, you already know my history from the NYC into Arizona, Phoenix, Arizona. So anyways, want to introduce y'all. Let me get into it right now. Yes. Exactly, you're looking at it. Yes. Yes. So, pondering decisions and stuff like that and doing my busy schedule, right? And learning more and more about Phoenix and with the towns inside Phoenix and the terrain and the roads and from north to south, right? Right? All right. Now, at one point, right, I was thinking to go single speed, right? It's still going to happen, but I'm not going to, just because riding around, Phoenix and the towns within Phoenix, here and there, north and south, avenues to avenues, without without using the GoPro, like I said, I'm, trying to do different things out here. So, right, I decided I'm not gonna go full single speed like some of the YouTube users I like to watch, and if I ever get a chance, because these guys are definitely pro commuters. Like, I don't mind mentioning this guy's name because he's a cool stand-up guy and he's always dropping videos. Bike blogger. So, pretty much, definitely check him out. He's always commuting and stuff, and he likes to share a lot of his commutes. So, anyhow, and by the way, he's he's efficient and proficient and skillful pro at the single speed. So, if you're looking for a single speed type bike action, you go to his, because I made my decision because where I live, the weather and so on, the terrain, the roads, the hills, the dirt, I'm not gonna go into no fixed gear or any type of real pure breed, purebred single speed like as Bike Blogger and other commuters on YouTube use. But he's the main one, in my strongest opinion. He's like the main single speed guy because he just lately made his transition into, I think, a 1 by 9 plus, 8 plus or something. But however, I decided to go with my SpecializedCT cross trail disc. What I'm gonna do with this, right, with this wonderful bike, since I have this one, right? Right, since I have. With this right here, this is going to be more my, definitely going to work, commuting, grocery, everything. So, however, along the future, a couple of days into maybe a couple of weeks, depending bills, budgeting, real life crap, you will see changes on this bike. No drivetrain changes. It's gonna get a tune-up. It does need a tune-up, and that's all my fault because for going too hard on trails with this bike, certain trails, this is good for smooth dirt trails and maybe some rocks and gravel. All right. If you guys know about cyclocross bikes, it has that ability pretty much to cross. And if there's certain areas that you should actually gotta get off the bike and cross it, I advise you to do it because especially if you're not really a cyclocross pro. And remember, this is all about amateur. This is all about amateur's point of view and novice. So it's no actual. Yeah, sorry. Need to keep the charge on this. This is a budget amateur phone charger, so I need to keep the charger plugged in. So anyhow, if you know your basics on cyclocross, that's pretty much the type of trails this bike can handle. What I've done with this bike, I have to admit, I made mistakes. Because it's been a while. I had a bike at this caliber, since my accident, and my messaging days and so on. So what I did is I took this bike and it took it to another level that I shouldn't have not taken. And I proved that in my videos. If you actually pay attention, if you guys got the whole slow motion thing going on, however, you'll notice the dirt trail is kind of dangerous for yourself and your bike, and it's freestyle. You know what I'm saying? It's a man-made freestyle road, so it's not professionally built. So I took this bike and went in too deep and kept, I was overzealous. So I was pretty much, I was like, and when I finally crashed twice, got my first leak in my front tire at all places. You would think I get in my back tire. I got, my derailleur, I think, is off a little bit now. Not off, but I know the chain is touching against one of the cranks. And that's from the second gear and with the the cassettes, my back, it needs some type of alignment or something, so it's gonna happen, but it's still rideable. I'm just gonna keep it keep it the alley, like the alley you seen in one of my videos if you guys been watching, and stay away from places like Pinnacle Peak, and every now and then maybe test out the one on 23rd going straight up when you like I've shown in one of my videos, going to the Happy Valley shopping center. So pretty much now let me get into this bike. And however, this is going to be more than this is going to be an exclusive few part series. I'm gonna, even though they're two different brands, by the way, this is if you notice, all right, and of course y'all know what this is. Oh, I know, I'm just going by. I haven't done no real research, so on this bike. So this is what I'm going by, what it is for right now. So yeah, newest, just in case if you can't see it, 3.0 Fuji, right? So. And brakes, regular brakes, the way I want them. No disc. And you could tell a few owners or whoever had it for years. This is not a this year bike. This is a few years old. Look at the rust. This is steel. Maybe people worked on it, fixing it up, and so And oh, by the way, this is about a 3x8. Just like this, a 3x8. And keep in mind, this is a hybrid, right? hybrid. So this is all like, I ain't keeping, I just thought about what I mentioned about the cyclocross bikes, because the tires are similar to the cyclocross, and there's actually differences in road bikes. So keep that in mind too. It's the same way how there's differences in mountain bikes. Yes, that's the general name by mountain bikes. Then you got trail bikes, cross-country bikes, fitness bikes, hybrids. You got all these different names. So however, this right here is pretty much a road bike, as you can see. And it's a 3x8. The seat, you can tell it's old. Look at the brand. Who uses that? These days I don't even see that brand no more. I'm not. I guess it's where I live. I guess maybe in New York I see this brand a lot, because there's a lot of vintage type brand road bikes out there, and they seem like to use. But look at that. Oh, the tires, of course, my favorite aspect. So to be honest, I don't know if these are the original tires for this bike and the rims. But as you can see with some of the scratches, this bike been through some stuff. It's been. So at the moment, I just gave it a what you call it, a car park, a parking lot test ride. So I ain't gave it a neighborhood ride yet. I just gave it a go around the parking lot. I didn't hit the road with this yet. So, and as you can see, look at the handlebars, right? And you can adjust it. So to be honest, I don't know what kind of road bike this is, to be honest. Because I know there is differences in road bikes. There's so many, from fixed gears to professional and all in between, just because of the setup of the handlebars, of course, And look at the size of that crank. I have no idea. So later on, I'm just gonna go online later and research that part, right, and see what's good. Looks like I might need a new chain eventually, but it still rides, So I'm probably gonna give it a GoPro with it after I'm done showing you guys, so I could give you a quick review on this bike. And so far, like I said, I just rode in a parking lot. The seat is just adjusted just right. You can tell, look, the pedals. The owner been through. The owner probably made a turn. Did one of my moves. As you can see, they made making a right, and the owner probably kept this part down, and that's a no-no, especially if you're making a sharp right. So that's why mine's got steel, because sometimes I still make those mistakes. We're human. So anyway, the Fork FC 9990 bonded carbon. Oh yeah, this bike is light, by the way. I cannot tell you how much, can't tell you how much this bike weighs, but I gotta be honest. At this moment, this bike is pretty good. And that's my honest review. Thank you. Goodbye.